Hi everyone, this is Jody. Welcome and thank you for clicking on this video. So I couldn't resist, but I had the creation bug while working in my holiday daily that I do. So I had to. So I have two 3-ring holiday journal books, whatever you want to call them, whatever you want to make them. And let's flip through them. I'm going to put them in my shop. They would probably make really nice gifts for someone that you would like to introduce to journaling, or you know, any type. So let's start out with this one. So I have this dangle that will, a tassel dangle, whatever you want to call it, will come with it. It has pretty blues and purples and whatnot, and it has some beads here. And I'm just going to give you this with this journal. I think it goes really well with it. It's really pretty. If you don't want it for this journal, then you have a bonus tassel. So let me go through this. So this is a 3-ring binder. It has kind of like a little bit of a puffy, it was a puffy binder. It was like a recipe binder. So I have chosen this beautiful blue snowflake fabric, and I have covered the entire journal with the fabric, and it is just beautiful. So let's go through it. I'm not going to make this video really long, but I am keeping this one kind of a blue theme. So what I did is I took some book pages out of a snowman children's book and made them my end papers. So here is the end paper for the back, and then here is the first page. So I'm just going to go through these. These are basically all blank. They're ready for you to fill, or your recipient. So the first one is just a pocket with a couple of tags, and this is some lined dotted writing paper. So let me flip through here. This is a book page, greeting card, scrapbook paper. This is a recycled Christmas greeting card envelope that you can use for a pocket. All of my items in these books are all recycled, thrifted items. This is blue, just, you know, Kool-Aid stained paper. Here is Christmas music paper, scrapbook paper. Here is a little bag. Here's a card. Here's book pages. I really tried to stay with the blue theme in a lot of this. Here is a clear envelope, or clear pocket, with some items I put in it for you. This is all ready for you to create in. This is some vellum. This is wrapping paper. Here is an envelope that you can do whatever you want to. Graph paper, envelope, another piece of music paper that has a little blue there, recipe card. Here's 12 Days of Christmas children's book page. There's, I think, 2 pages of graph paper. This one I left open. You can make it a pocket or do whatever. This is a coloring book page. Here's a holiday ham. It's kind of got blue on it, so I kept that. This is stationery paper, greeting card, book page, Here's a bingo card. This is a bag. It's really thick. Even though this is green, I wanted to put them in there because I only have 3 colors of those. So I did put the green in there. This is wrapping paper. This is tablet paper. There's 2 pages. Another envelope. Cardstock. Here's a book page, another book page of Snowman. The great thing about the binders is that you can move the pages around, you can take them out, you know, die cut them, do whatever you would like. This is stationery, really pretty. More wrapping paper. Here's another recycled envelope. And this is out of a, what is her, Helen Steiner Rice, I believe, her Christmas book. It's really pretty. It's a Christmas prayer, and this had a lot of blue in it. Here's family welcoming. And then the last one is white cardstock. So there is that one. It is just beautiful. And this dangle will go with this one. All right. This one, I decided to do a vintagey, older theme. So here is the tassel for this one. Oops. So this one has some Monopoly pieces. This is a clear Scrabble piece. Here's a Monopoly piece. This has all beautiful sequined ribbons and all, you know, kind of your Christmas primary colors in here with a satin green bow. So I thought that would go really well with this book. So this one is done with some vintage fabric, same thing, and this was a cookbook. So this one, the back side is a little darker because it's has like a green background on the cookbook. So this is a little bit darker, and then the same thing with here. And then this is the front of the book. And then there is a little part here where you can see through kind of the bookmaker, like their whatever. But you can definitely cover that, or, you know, put a decal over it or whatever. But it's up, I left it up to the owner to, you know, to do the cover if you want to do it more or whatever. So let's take a look at this one. Okay, so this one I kept with the vintage style. So this is a vintage book page here, and then the back is this is out of the same book. So I always try to do the front and the backs with the same book, and then here is the end paper for the back that I chose out of this Christmas book, children's Christmas book. Okay, so let's go through this one. Again, this one I kept more traditional vintage. This is wrapping paper that has been adhered to cardstock. This is part of a gift bag. Here's some really old vintage writing paper. It's a cookbook page. Here's another one of those treat bags. This is stationery. It's a greeting card, wrapping paper. Here is a gift bag that's made out of like this plastic vellum like. It's really cool. So I cut that up. There's some lined paper. Here's a book page out of a children's book. Here's another one of the vintage wrapping paper onto cardstock. Greeting card. Again, like I said, all of my stuff is found, thrifted. Here's a vintage envelope that's all aged naturally. Here's a children's book page. So here's part of that sack. I just thought it was really cool to leave the handle in it, and then you can do whatever to this side. I just thought that was really cool to leave that in there. Here's a Christmas book page, ledger paper, another one of the vintage paper onto cardstock. This is a children's book page, stationery. Here's a card, a tag, ledger paper, another greeting card, coloring book page, tea-dyed paper. Here's some, this is out of a cookbook, which is one of these books actually. It's how to fold napkins, wrapping paper, another book page. Here's a real old vintage greeting card. This is probably like 30s or 40s. Stationery paper. This is out of a coloring book, adult coloring book. Here's a vintage Betty Crocker card. Here's some kind of like vellum. This is a greeting card. Stationery paper. Here's a book page. I just made a little pocket with a deer cut out in it. Some more stationery. Coloring book page. 12 Days of Christmas children's book page. Some more tea-dyed paper. Here is a trivia card. Wrapping paper. Here's another 30s to 40s vintage greeting card. And here's another one. Here's another vintage wrapping paper on cardstock. And then here is another greeting card. And then that's the last page. So there we go. So I'm going to be putting these in my Etsy shop, and maybe you have someone that you are looking to buy a special gift for, so these will be in my shop. All right, thank you so much for joining me. Have a great day. All right, bye-bye.